Good morning, it is early morning and welcome to Skateboarding Mastery. Today we're going to be talking about fakie tail stalls. Backstory time. Back home we had a cool outdoor skate park, shout out Uzvar's team, and about a year and a half ago the park had very small ramps, quarter pipes without the coping, and I was doing fakie tail stalls on one of them, on one of the ramps, and a very small kid was walking by, and the kid stopped and I sort of stopped, and I was on this like awkward position. I was about to drop back in, but I wanted for the kid to pass, so I kind of stopped, freezed myself, and because there was no coping, my tail slipped out and I fell, slid right here inside the ramp, and I fell on my arm and I dislocated my shoulder. So that was not good. All right, so what is a fakie tail stall? Obviously, you're going fakie, you're going backwards. Right as you're about to reach the coping, you start placing your weight on the tail. Tail touches the coping, you stall on it, go back in. So I've seen two major problems people having with fakie tails. When you're going up, you are afraid to commit placing your foot, your weight on the tail to actually stall on the tail stall and dropping back in. So that's what people tend to have issues with. And also, when you do commit, you have so much speed. When you place the tail down, you have so much speed and momentum that you end up doing this and you like step off. Okay, so let's fix the problems. So the easiest solution is for problem 2. When you already are committing on the tail stall, so you end up stalling, we have so much speed or momentum that you end up stepping off like this. What do you do? What people have to understand, fakie tail stalls, it's not about speed, it's about momentum and timing. So just like we talked in the previous episodes, when you're reaching the transition part, you don't need speed to go up, you need slight elevation. You become light-footed and you allow the board to rise up with you, go up the transition. And timing is when you see the coping with your eyes and you place your weight on safely, and then you can drop back in. And the second tip, second solution, which also helps the previous thing, if you're afraid of committing, placing your foot on the coping, people have this idea that if you're going to place your weight on the coping, or if you're going to mistime it, you're going to slip out and you're going to fall. But tail stalls, they're not about throwing your body weight on the coping like this. You're not here. When you're doing a tail stall, you can still be in the ramp and doing a safe tail stall. All right, I did zoom out the camera a little bit so you can see me and see the tail. I'm going to show you a few examples of how this looks and how you don't need speed, but it's more in the momentum, how you rise up and do a small tap and your body is still in the ramp. So let's do a pump here, rock fakie, and tail. You saw how when I'm going up, I didn't have a ton of speed. I was just lifting my body up, allowing the board to go up the transition. I'm going with the board, I'm staying with it, and I do a slide, tap, but my upper body is still in the ramp and I can safely drop back in. I'll show you another one, just to be safe. Pump here, rock fakie, let's go, fakie tail. All right, another quick tip that helps. People think that when you're about to reach the coping, that you have to like press your weight, all the pressure has to go on the back foot and you smack it down. But if you do that, sure, you can do some tail stalls, that's fine. But it's gonna help you tremendously if you just lift your front foot up. It's gonna be way easier to just tap on the coping. You don't need to do this, like all the strain, all the pressure on your tail. Just lift up your front foot and you see how the tail naturally touches the ground without any extra force. Think about that. The thing about lifting up your front foot helps also if you are still afraid to commit to place your tail on the coping. It helps here. You don't have to go all the way up to the coping. You can just stay in the ramp and lift up your front foot, and you'll see how the tail touches the transition, and you can still go back inside safely. You're not going to slip out. See? That's it. Simple as that. Easy, safe, nothing bad's happening. And again, by doing this, we are rewiring the brain, and you start to understand, hey, I can lift up my front foot, I'm not slipping out, I'm doing a drop-in safely, and you can go higher, 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 and eventually you'll reach the coping. Side note, the only thing when you really want to be on the deck with your whole weight is if you're doing some tail stall variations. But still, it doesn't change the start of the fakie tail. When you're going up and you're placing your tail down, your body is still in the ramp. And if you need to do a variation, you slowly tilt back. But the feel still is in the ramp, and you want to do that variation, then you tilt and you're in the middle. Let's do some fakie tail stalls, shall we? Also, real quick, it wouldn't be me if I wouldn't give you this tip as well. If you're really afraid of still committing the tails, what can help is, and this is again a very weird tip, but hey, if it helps, it helps. When you're going up fakie and you're afraid to commit of doing the tail stall straight, you can try to turn your shoulders whichever way you prefer, either it's backside or front side. Why? That is not going to be a tail stall, but what will end up, because this helped me, I did it front side. I went up, I turned my shoulders front side, opened them up, and I went in on a fakie 5-0. Now again, that's not a tail stall, but what it did, it helped me to understand that, oh, I'm fine. Nothing bad happened. And then you can again slowly start to build up towards those fakie tails. I know it's a weird tip, but again, if it helps, hey, it helps. To illustrate this tip a little bit better, when you're going up fakie and you're still afraid to commit, when you open up the shoulders, either it's front side or it's back side, for me, as I said, it was front side, you're going up and you're in this fakie 5-0 position. Why that helps, because I think for some people, not many probably, but for some, if they go straight, they have the fear that it's a bigger possibility that they're going to slip out. But when they open up their shoulders, both feet, either backside or front side, both feet are on the deck here. Oh my God, here. And it's a safer feeling, safety net. So that can help. Now, obviously, the previous tips I gave you, they should be enough for you to commit to the fakie tails, but you can't. This can help. I just wanted to show this because there's still plenty of things you can do. Think outside of the box, how to break the fear cycle, and yeah. Before I go, let's do a quick mini ramp run. All right, thank you so much for watching Skateboarding Mastery, the fakie tail stall. When you get the momentum, timing down, this becomes a second nature kind of thing. You can always get them down, which is super awesome. I'll see you next time. If you have questions, write them in the comments. I'll answer all of them as always. Take care.